Let's take you through now the 5 exercises that are easiest to go ahead and teach young athletes for upper body training. Carter's going to go ahead and step on the band first of all. And we're going to go basically vertical type exercises. We're going to go vertical push first. So what he's going to do is he's going to step on the band. Now make sure when your athletes step on the band that they go ahead and they don't overstretch the band between your feet. Instead what you want to do is pull this a little bit through and make sure there's a little slack in the system. Then Carter's going to go ahead and take it up to his shoulders. Now notice his hands are shoulder width. You want to make sure your hands are shoulder width, they don't get too narrow so that you're not able to get the shoulders engaged. When he pushes up over top, notice how he gets his head through so that he's able to set it. He's going to bring it back down. Carter, why don't you turn and face that way now with that? There you go. And watch again as he pushes up through, presses up through, gets it through. Now what I want his head to be nice and tall, and I want him to go ahead and make sure he really sets that scapular region well. Good, come on down. Second exercise is going to be high pulls, and he's going to go ahead, grab the band, same foot position, and this time what he's going to do is he's just going to do a simple high pull. Key word here is lead with your elbows as you come up. So as he pulls up, he's going to lead with his elbows and make sure that he really gets his pulls apart at the top. So as he pulls up, he's going to get a nice pull apart to really set the shoulder blades. He's going to turn all the way around now. Turn all the way around so your back is to the camera. Notice that as he pulls up and he pulls the band apart, what happens right here? He gets a nice solid downward rotation of the scapula, really gets that set, gets involved there very effectively. So high pulls are a great exercise to work on postural control. The last exercise we're going to do is simple pull aparts. Carter's going to stagger his feet. The reason we want your feet staggered is so that you keep your low back from arching doing this exercise. What you're going to see is as Carter brings it up, he's going to be about 12 inches apart. He's going to pull the band so it touches his chest as he pulls apart. So he's going to pull apart, go ahead and pull. He sets that nice and strong, but because his feet are staggered, he's not going to arch through his low back as effectively. Go ahead and take a break. Turn and face that way, Carter, now. Again, he sets the back foot very solidly. He pulls it through. Now because he's staggered here, it's going to be very difficult for him to overcompensate here. Great job. So pull aparts, again, working on that posterior chain. He's going to go ahead now and set up, and he's going to go doing 2 attachment exercises. 2 attachment exercises, squat pulls, and then push chest presses. So we'll go to squat pulls first. So he's going to go ahead and position himself out there. Now as he's going ahead and position himself, he's going to drop down into a nice squat. And as he comes up, he's going to go ahead and do a big pull back. So he's going to come on up out of it, get a good squeeze, and return it back. This is a great exercise to develop triple extension through the hips with good scapular stability. Go ahead and just knock out a couple, Carter. Good. All the way up. Keep your eyes looking straight at the thing. Good job. Nice job. Now you could also go ahead and do this in a staggered stance position with 1 foot forward, which is then going to make him have to learn how to stabilize unilaterally. Make that adjustment. If you have kids that struggle with unilateral stabilization, have them do a squat pull unilaterally. Carter just demonstrated a couple of those. Again, he's going to, in this case, just stay stationary and pull, which is a great idea to work on good hip stabilization. Great. Now the last exercise we're going to go ahead and get him going is just simple horizontal chest presses. Again, this is going to be important because what he's going to teach himself how to do is really set through his trunk. He's going to press out. Notice the band is underneath his arm. It comes between his body and his arm so it doesn't rub over top his arm and become irritated. He brings it on back. The key to this exercise is going to be number 1, loading through your trunk, loading through your back foot as you push out. So if he pushes out and loads through both those areas, he's going to get great scapular power and stability. We'll go ahead and knock those out. Now you can also do them on a unilateral position, so he pushes out just with 1 foot hand. So he's just going to go ahead and drive out. He can keep this band in this hand, just push out with the other hand. And work on that, and then also alternating, so he can go right side, he can go left side. Now notice when he does that, he's got to really lock in his trunk tight. So alternating is a great way to teach athletes how to stabilize and make sure they're really locking in the trunk. 5 great exercises to go ahead and get young athletes going with some upper body strengthening using resistance bands.